I've very mixed feelings about greyhound racing because some trainers are absolutely brilliant. You can't fault them. They look after their dogs, they rehome them, they have plans for the dogs when they finish racing, or they give them to the RGT, Retired Greyhound Trust, who find homes for them. But then there are the unscrupulous, greedy ones who will sell their dogs on to China and Spain just to make a bit of extra money, where the dogs have no rights whatsoever and will probably die a very nasty death. You're mixing money with animals, very much like horse racing, so therefore you're going to get a lot of greed, a lot of nastiness. Some dogs get drugged before the races, some dogs get stolen. There's a lot of horrible things goes on. And discarded dogs, if they're injured and they're not worth repairing, then they will be destroyed. Greyhound puppies, a few are selected from the litter. Those that aren't rehomed will be destroyed. So it's very, very much overbred, just for the sake of trying to get that one fast dog that might earn you a few quid. Generally speaking, racing is a very unpleasant thing. What I love about greyhounds is just their nobleness, their beauty, their elegance, and they're crazy. They're absolutely mad, but they're completely loyal. They're gentle dogs, they get on with everybody, you can take them anywhere, and they're just great companions.
We've got Raven. Raven is a 5-year-old black greyhound, and we've had her just 2 years.
We ran and we ran. We walked and we walked.
Raven is really great with the family. She's a really, really good dog. She was used as the greyhound meet and greet dog because she just goes up to people and demands cuddles.
This is Jojo. She is 9 years old now. She was an ex-racer and now is a very happy and contented family pet.
And this is Chippy. We can tell it's blue for a boy and red for a girl.
Chippy can be quite playful. He has a toy, a squeaky toy, which he enjoys. He flings in the air, and Jojo hasn't really got much of an idea about what one does with the toy, so she follows him just barking. What on earth are you doing, Chippy? Why are you enjoying this? I would say that generally she is the boss. Not always, but she was here first, and she rules the roost.
Well, we have our friends too here. We have Bubbles, who is affectionately known as Mimi because she's very attention-seeking, aren't you, Bubbles? And Eric. Bubbles is 4 and Eric is 4.5. Our Flossie Greyhound is sleeping. She's had a very long weekend, so she's tired and she won't come out.
There are several myths around greyhounds. One of them is that they need endless exercise, and quite frankly, they're the laziest dogs I've ever met, laziest dogs I've ever had. They've done their running, majority of them, the rescues.
They are perfect for older people because they don't need much exercise during the day. And they're just so laid back, they're kind. That's what I think is so great about greyhounds.
You most definitely don't have to be fit and agile to own a greyhound. They're incredible dogs. They will stay by your side. Majority of them walk beautifully on the lead. I don't walk very well myself because of a very bad injury to my leg, but I've never had a problem, never been pulled around or pulled over like I have with other dogs. They take as much or as little exercise as you can give them, and they'll just be by your side.
They are so calm around your house. You can go out to work and come home and they'll just sleep all day long. And all they want is 20-minute walks twice a day and food and lots of cuddles, and that's all you have to give them. And they're so happy. They just love being around you. And I can't imagine ever having another dog now other than a greyhound. They're amazing.
Ours, they'll have a run round, they'll go for a walk. They like maybe half an hour twice a day, but ours don't even get that sometimes. They're too tired. This way, girls, not the car. Come on.
Go on, down the pot. Down the pot. Come on, girl. They sleep a lot. You can get on and do things. Certainly, that's our experience with these two. That sometimes if I'm doing something in the garden, he'll come out and investigate. She won't. She'll be asleep in here. They're just lovely dogs.
It's a bit like having a teenager, our one, really. You have to kick her out of bed about 11 o'clock in the morning, and maybe she'll have a bit of breakfast. Then she'll go back to bed. Then when you rattle the lead, she's downstairs like a shot.
Or sometimes you have to think, have she been outside lately?
Yeah.
Where's Flossie? Go and get her out of her boudoir. She makes her own little boudoir in one of our ensuite toilets. She's got a bed in there, and we wanted to get a door plaque, Flossie's boudoir.
When you first get a greyhound, you have to be aware that they've only ever lived in kennels. They're not used to having one person look after them. So you've got to give them space to learn about the hoover, the washing machine. They can't just help themselves to your dinner. It's just simple things like that. So you have to be quite patient to start with.
I think you need to understand where they've come from and understand their history and what their life would have been like.
I think you have to be quite laid back.
Yeah.
Because they're quite laid back.
In the winter, because they have very thin skin, they don't have a store of fat like other dogs. They do get cold. They get very cold. They need raincoats. They need
pyjamas.
Some have pyjamas if they're in cold houses. They have little fleecy outfits. They are slightly different to other breeds. It's worthwhile having a vet that knows about greyhounds because they have different blood works. Their blood levels are a little bit different. They have a universal blood type, which means that they can give blood to any other dog.
Greyhounds aren't supposed to get on with cats or small furry animals, rabbits, etc. But I think some of the clips have proved that they're absolutely fine with them. Some greyhounds will never get on well with them, but so many greyhounds can be trained. They kind of lose their will to hunt, to chase after a period of time. And yeah, if you want to have a greyhound with your cat or your rabbit, they'll find one for you that's good with cats or rabbits.
We know of a greyhound and a lurcher that was trained to be friendly and live with cats, and there's many success stories of they just need to be got out of that habit of chasing small furry animals.
Raven is really good with our cat. She totally ignores anything furry, like squirrels, cats, small dogs she's fine with. But she does love rabbits. So you'd have to be really careful about what dog you homed with your small pets.
Flossie met a Chihuahua, wasn't even bothered with the Chihuahua this weekend. So
It depends on their prey drive. If they got a high prey drive, you'd probably find they wouldn't get on with a cat. But you know, they can be trained.
They're okay with children as well. You don't have to worry about them being with children. In his case, it took a while to get to know our grandson, but at no time was there any show of, you know, being savage or anything. He was great.
Raven's really good with children, and I know there is a famous greyhound called Danny who goes into schools and children read with him, and I've noticed that Raven really enjoys children reading to her. So yeah, she's really good, and she loves the cuddles while she's getting read a story.
Okay, I'm just giving them their daily elevenses of dog food and a little bit of cat food, because they do like that. And you'll notice that their feeding bowls are quite high up, because they're too tall to be able to eat comfortably if it's on the ground. Jojo! Jojo!
Come on, Jojo.
Oh, you decide you don't want to eat. It's not like you. There you go. Chippy.
A little bit of research is required if you want to take a greyhound on, because they're just not like other breeds. They do need slightly different surroundings, slightly different feeding regimes, but generally speaking they're very easy to care for. You can go to your local retired greyhound trust. You can go to any dog rescue, there's bound to be a greyhound there somewhere.
Go to the kennels, ask the advice, get to know the dog. We took both dogs for several walks in the beginning before they came home to us. So we got to know their personalities and characters.
For anyone that's thinking about getting a greyhound, I would possibly do what we did. Stop and talk to people, give them a cuddle. You'll never be the same again. They do grow on you. And maybe volunteer as a walker.
I would recommend anybody who doesn't know anything about a greyhound, finding someone with a greyhound, going on Facebook, and there's lots of support groups on there, and join it and say, tell me about greyhounds. Go to your local shelter, there's lots of greyhound rescues. Don't go buy a greyhound racing at the track. It's not what they're for. They're athletic dogs, but they need to be in a home. They're beautiful animals, and spend some time with greyhounds and you won't help but fall in love with them.
You will find the greyhound for you. You definitely will. They're gorgeous.
There's a greyhound for everybody.
And I've been waiting for a better place, a moderate maze, the great escape. I can handle this cutting of tape, and it's hard to sleep, a wandering breeze, a friend that won't leave, or an inappropriate sneeze. Please, please, please rescue me. I'll be your silhouette, I'll play a tune. This song, yeah, reminds me of you. Halfway open, black and blue. It's hard, but believe me, it's true. Do you feel it too? And I've been watching you sleep. Eyes closed, mouth wide open, discreet. I need some slumber, I feel so weak. And it's hard to see, like the room's lit dimly, a permanent blindfold that's on constantly. Please, please, please shine through me. I'll be your silhouette, I'll play your tune. This song, yeah, reminds me of you. Halfway open, black and blue. It's hard, but believe me, it's true. Do you feel it too? You get one chance at this life. Move through the air like you're reeling in. Star in the distance that you can hold. Before you get too old, you get one dream, so dream big. Don't ever stool or you'll lose it. Don't forget where your roots are from, and water them.
Greyhounds are just fantastic. Sorry, we're being invaded by dogs. No, that they're absolutely wonderful. Sorry.
We'll take it again. We'll take it.